This is just kind of like an open fence for a farm. Any of these animals could just leave. And also there's monsters outside, so they could just come in. Anyways, hey, welcome back. Last time we beat the monster request. Where is it? It's over here. East Celtic Highway Monster. And it wasn't that hard. We actually did it very well. And now we're headed back to Celtic to see what else is planned for us. Where do we go? That's Celtic, the market town. Onward! Super speed! That's a wall. Super speed! Oh god. Oh god, this is the exit. Quickly! To Celtic! Alright. We are going back to the inn, I believe. Don't give crap. The one paid. What's going on? It sounds like something's happening over at the market. There appears to be some manner of dispute occurring. I wonder what's up. Should we go take a look? Yeah, let's go see. Sure, I guess. Don't give me that crap. This is my spot. I paid for it, so it's mine. I'm the one who paid for this spot. Look, I've even got the permit for it. So stop lying to me and vamoose. I've never actually had to say that in any real context. May I ask what the problem is? Perhaps we can help in some way. There seems to be some question over which of these two gentlemen gets control of this area to set up his stall. The young merchant over there is a local, while that merchant wearing the suit is from the capital. So they're both claiming the same spot. How odd. Permits for the market are issued by the provincial's, province's ruling lord. Oh, so for Celtic, that would be... This isn't good. We must stop them. Who are you? Unhand me! I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but violence isn't going to solve anything. You both need to calm yourselves. You've been worked into rage. Bah. Bah humbug. What are you, high schoolers? This has nothing to do with you meddling kids. And your dog as well. We're having a mature discussion here, and I'll thank you not to interfere. Since when has grabbing a person by the neck been considered mature? If you truly intend to have a mature discussion, perhaps you should try acting more like adults. What did you just say to me? We're students from Doors Military Academy. We're currently visiting this town on a field study. And while we are not yet formal members of the army, I'm afraid we cannot simply walk by and ignore a fight in such a public place. A military academy? So they're a bunch of soldiers in training. What an idiot's name is happening here? Hello. Oh, now look what you've done! Manager Otto. I've been filled in on what happened. I understand both of you have a permit for the same stall and that, is that correct? Yeah! And both permits expire at the same time too! What's the meaning of this? I understand your concerns, but fighting over it here is greatly inconveniencing the other customers. I'll be happy to discuss the matter in private, but I'll need to ask you both to put your differences aside until it's been resolved. Okay. I guess. Well, that was a close one. Seems like everything's going to be fine now, though. Yeah, guess he's the guy in charge. I really appreciate the four of you stepping in to help defuse the situation. Though I suppose I should expect no less from the infamous Class 7 I've heard so much about. Oh? How do you know about Class 7? Well, considering how popular Thor's Military Academy is, or famous I should say, in the fact that nobles wear white and commoners wear green. We are the only students wearing red. It's pretty obvious that something's going on. Or not. I don't know. I'm just speaking out. How do you know about Class 7? My name is Otto. I'm the manager of Celtic's Grand Market. I have some things to discuss with you. If you would be so kind as to come along, I'll treat you to some tea. Oh, cool. Reed's favorite drink. So, you were responsible for choosing our assignment? I read that wrong. Indeed, Principal Van Dyke is an old friend of mine, you see. He asked me to personally select a few tasks that you might be able to complete. Well, that was nice of him. We appreciate your consideration as well. Oh, it was no trouble at all. Likewise, I'm grateful to you for taking some troublesome tasks off my hands. And I can't thank you enough for your help at the market. If you hadn't been there, I imagine someone would have wound up getting hurt. I'm just glad we got there when we did. So both merchants will be taking turns using the same stall at the front of the market? That's right. Both of their permits are genuine, but their merchandise is temperaments. Merchandise and temperaments. Whoa. Don't lend themselves to sharing a space. Eventually, they agreed to compromise where they would each make use of the front stall and alternate weeks. The other stall is reserved, is near the back of the market, however, so whoever's relegated there will likely see far fewer lower sale numbers. That's better than nothing, I guess, but still really unfortunate. I must admit, I do find this whole matter rather perplexing. To my knowledge, the issuing of market permits is the sole responsibility of each province's ruling lord. For the mistakes such as this to have been made in the first place raises some rather unpleasant questions. That's true. It's the lord's duty to control the flow of goods. If he can't handle it, the local economy could really suffer. Quite right. Ordinarily, the responsibility would fall upon the Duke's household. The Duke? The Cruisin province is ruled by Duke Oplerea, one of the four most powerful nobles in the entire country. But lately, the situation surrounding the Duke's household has been getting a bit complicated. Complicated? A few months ago, he increased the sales tax for our market rather significantly. And with a large percentage of their profits being taken from them, the merchants have begun to get rather desperate. Fights like the one you saw earlier are becoming more and more commonplace. I see. Sales tax is something which should not be raised without careful consideration. History has shown us how damaging such actions can be. I've never heard of anything like that happening in the capital. Have you tried raising objections to the increase? Of course. I've even gone to Breahard numerous times to petition the Duke personally, but they always just drive me away at the gate without listening to a word I have to say. This has been going on for roughly 2 months now. If that's the case, the mix-up with the permits may be more than just an accident. Are you suggesting they might be getting careless when dealing with the market? Or maybe they're deliberately trying to cause problems? I don't think it's a good idea to jump to conclusions. But I will say that before all this happened, or all this began, the soldiers in the guardhouse absolutely would have intervened in a scuffle like that. Oh? Unlike the Imperial Army, a provincial army's main priority is maintaining the status quo throughout their territory. So, mediating arguments which threatens that status quo should absolutely fall within the scope of their duties. Correct. It seems that unless we accept this tax increase, they intend to turn a blind eye to the market. The commanding officer at the guardhouse has even made comments suggesting as much. That's not right at all. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be talking about matters like this with you. This is strictly an internal affair to be dealt with among us merchants. You have no reason to concern yourselves with it. You need to be focused on your field study. And I'll have a new list of tasks for you tomorrow morning as well. You will? So, you were asked to prepare some for each day of our visit then. That's right. I've got a few difficult ones in mind, too. But I'm sure you're up to them. Or up for them. Or at least, I hope you are. Don't worry, we are. We'll do our very best to meet your expectations. Expectations. Oh, hey. Do I just leave? I'm gonna leave. That all sounds really unfair. Yeah, I agree. Provincial lords have the duty and the right to decide upon and collect taxes in the regions they control. And as long as that remains the case, there's not really much the general populace can do to stand against them. I'm reluctant to comment on how others choose to rule their own territories, but harassing one's people like this seems clearly inappropriate. I've heard many rumors about the current head of House Alberea. The current head is Eustace's dad, right? So, couldn't we ask Eustace for some help there? I doubt there's anything he could do. Among the nobilities, decisions made by the head of the house are absolute. And since the Alberea is absent, one of the four great houses, the old tradition is absolutely guaranteed to be alive and well. The Emperor himself is probably the only one with more power than the head of the four great houses. Guess that's a no then. I see. You're all busy mulling things over. Excellent, excellent. Sarah. Stop just appearing. Instructor Sarah. What brings you here? I figured it was about time for me to get going. Group B's not getting anything done, as expected, so I'm off to help sort them out. What? You're going to see Group B now? The town of Parm is a considerable distance from here. Now, you let me worry about that. You four are perfectly capable of looking after yourselves, right? Put your heads together and think, and I'm certain you'll see what you need to do. Adios. Adios be with you. I read that as adios. I can't believe it. It's as though she knows exactly what's going on. Even though she spent the whole day drinking at the inn. Can she read minds or something? I suggest we return to our room and rest for the night in any case. We still have our reports to write, so an early dinner seems wise. Yeah, you're right. I'm so tired. Me too. I feel like I'm going to fall asleep at the dinner table without even making it to the bed. Alright, where is the inn? It is over there. Hey. Return to the inn for dinner. The puppets walk around eternally, never to cease. As night falls, they continue walking as if they have a purpose. But they do not.
Ah, that was delicious. Those were some seriously fresh vegetables, too.
Yeah, nothing beats food made from local ingredients.
I quite enjoyed the rye bread myself.
I suppose this whole field study thing isn't so bad when you take the menu into account. I wonder what the others in Group B are doing right now.
Oh, I know, Eustace and Machias are probably fighting right now. That's probably why they haven't gotten anything done.
Somehow, I doubt they're sitting around a table and talking like we are.
That would certainly be a shock if they were. I can't help but question what exactly Class 7's purpose is, though. Instructor Sarah says it's about Arcus, but I don't think that's the only reason we've been brought together.
I'm certain it's not. If that were all, today's field study tasks would serve little purpose.
It seems as though she's trying to make us experience, I don't know, things. Like all kinds of things, big and small. What I can't wrap my head around, though, is why.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change?
It's to adapt.
It seems like you're desperately trying to find something.
She wants us to adapt.
But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along.
What do we have to offer one another, when our reasons for enrolling at Thor's in the first place are undoubtedly very different?
Our reasons?
I hadn't considered that.
My reason for enrolling was quite simple. I aim to come ever closer to my goal. Or rather, to the person whom I regard as such.
Who's that?
This is neither the time nor the place to discuss such matters. Best to save that topic for another day. What about you, Elisa? Why did you enroll at the academy?
There's no one single reason, but I think I just wanted to assert my independence. I mean, my situation back at home isn't exactly ideal, and this seemed like a good way to get out and do more, I guess.
I see.
It sounds like I'm probably in the minority then. See, I wasn't intending on coming here at all originally. I wanted to do something completely different.
You did?
Oh yeah, you said you were really hoping you'd get into a music academy, right?
Oh?
Well, I wasn't that serious about it or anything. What about you, Reen? You're the last holdout, and since you're the one who brought it up, it's only fair you answer the question too.
Me? I wanted to find myself, I guess.
Find yourself?
Huh?
Sorry. That makes it sound like a much bigger deal than it actually is. That's the best way I can think of to put it, though.
Nothing wrong with that. Going on a journey of self-discovery? It's actually a pretty cool answer.
Yeah, I had no idea you were such a romanticist. You sure don't come across as one.
I shouldn't have said anything.
What's up with Laura? So, you want me to wake you up at 6 tomorrow, right? Yes, please. We only have until tomorrow evening, so we need to get an early start. We really appreciate it. Not a problem at all. Have a good night. Good night.
But we're not actually going to sleep yet, are we? Not until we write our reports for the day.
I want to shut off my brain so badly right now, but it doesn't look like that's happening anytime soon.
She seems to have forgotten all about the room situation, and I'm not about to remind her.
Reen?
Hmm?
I was unsure whether to ask or not, but I've decided that this question bears answering. Why have you chosen to hold back?
What?
Your sword style and technique. It is the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade school, is it not? Popularized by the sword hermit, Yoon Ka-fai, It combines the best elements of other Eastern sword styles. Those who master any of its forms are referred to as a divine blade, and are said to understand the true nature of all things.
You certainly know an awful lot about it. I didn't think it was particularly renowned here in the Empire.
We of the Xseed School consider the studying of other swordsmanship styles to be an essential part of our training. In addition, my father once told me, if you follow the path of the sword, it is only a matter of time before you encounter a follower of the 8 leaves.
Your father said that? It's an honor to be acknowledged by the Radiant Blade Master himself. I'm nothing special, though. I'm just a dropout who's never even been able to progress past beginner level. I did train under Master Ka-Fi for a while, but I started to feel like I couldn't go any further with my abilities, and he cut my training short.
What?
So I'm really not holding back. Honest, I actually kind of feel like I'm dirtying the good name of the 8-Leaf School, in fact. But this is my limit. I'm sorry I can't quite live up to your expectations. Laura?
You have no reason to apologize to me. This is a matter you must come to terms with on your own. Though I'll admit to some disappointment, I was hoping you'd prove to be a good sparring partner. I'm going to practice outside for a bit. Please go and finish your report with Elisa and Elliot.
There's a lot he doesn't want to talk about, huh? I can see in his eyes sometimes that he's bottling something up and trying really hard to keep anyone else from noticing.
You've noticed it too? You sure have taken quite an interest in him.
I was just trying to work out the best time to apologize, that's all. It's not like I've been consciously paying attention to him or anything, honestly.
Reen's not the only one bottling up his feelings though, is he? You've been doing the same thing.
Yeah, I guess I have.
We understand each other better now.
Ooh, you're moving up in the world.
Oh, neat.
I've got a little reward here for you.
Received information as a perk.
Drinks are on me someday.
Drinks are on me someday. When you get to legal drinking age, I will buy you drinks. Just hold on to that. Here are your tasks for the day. The market manager left them with me. Thank you. Build study day 2! Oh, just 2? Alright, West Celtic Highway Monster, Lost Wallet, let's do this one first. Yesterday I found a wallet on the floor in front of my stall. Would someone be willing to find its owner for me? See me at my ceramic stall and I'll tell you more. A large ferocious monster has been sighted on the West Celtic Highway. We'd all be happier if someone took it out. Zwarder. Neat. Huh? Even fewer than yesterday. Maybe he gave us less work to do because he knew we were going back to Trista today. Sounds about right. He is a very considerate man. The last train headed your way leaves here around 9 tonight. You get those done quickly enough, you can have dinner here before you leave. Thank you very much. We greatly appreciate your kindness. Shall we get started then? Sounds good. Looks like today's tasks are all optional. Hey, Flora. I wanted to apologize for what I said to you yesterday evening. Reen? As I told you then, this is a matter you must come to terms with on your own. It is not something for which an apology is required. That's not really what I meant. I wanted to apologize for making light of the way of the sword. What I said about being a dropout who's never been able to progress past beginner level was disrespectful. To Master Cafe, to the school I follow, and to the path of the sword itself. And for those reasons, I feel it was inappropriate for me, or of me, to say what I said, so I'm sorry. If that's the case, then there is one other person you should be apologizing to as well. I can't pretend to know much about your personal circumstances, but regardless of one's background or social standing, one should always be able to live with pride in him or herself. Thus, if you truly did make light of yourself and your own abilities, that is an act of shame, for which you owe yourself for, I did not read that. Let me ask you a question, Ring. Do you like the path of the sword? It's not really a matter of liking it or disliking it. I don't think. It's a part of my life. An inseparable part of who I am. That's all I wanted to hear. I feel exactly the same way. Laura. So you two are friends again? Were we not? There was never any rift between us that I knew about. Indeed, this was all handled rather neatly, I felt. You're both so, simple-minded. I feel like an idiot spending so much time trying to devise a plan to get the two of you to make up. Whoa, you did what now? It would seem we've caused, you undue concern. Jeez! Can't we just all forget about this and move on? Looks like the ground's dried after the, rainfall, so to speak. Glad to see you all looking a bit less gloomy. Margaret, we've got trouble. Big trouble! Slow down, Louis. Or Luis. Okay. It's a girl. It's first thing in the morning, and you're about poised to wake the dead. You're making such commotion. Where have you been, anyway? You're late. I'm sorry, I just got caught up on the way here. But never mind that. We have big trouble. Something terrible happened over at the market. Something terrible, you say? What terrible thing has happened exactly? Well, it sounds like it actually took place last night. 2 of the stalls over at the market were destroyed and all their merchandise was stolen. That is most terrible indeed. A robbery? Oh my. I suppose that means the market might be opening late today. Which means we should end up with more customers as people wait here for a resolution. Luis, let's get some, there we go. Let's get some place ready. This place ready. You got it. As for you four, this is our problem, not yours. You just focus on your field study, and leave this incident to us locals. You have your own tasks to worry about after all. Of course. We'll be back later. Thanks again. What should we do? I have to admit, I am curious. It's not far, so we might as well just go take a look. Alright, let's take a slight detour and see what's happening at the market then. Alright, I'm just gonna hang back here and save. Nope. Right over here, and just save over here. Alright, I'm gonna call it a day. Thank you for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more, please press that little subscribe button. It helps out a lot. And if you like this video specifically, please like this video and share it. That would also be really great. Next time, I'm going to go to the Grand Market and just see exactly what's going on. There seems to be a crowd and a dude playing a violin for some reason. So yeah, next time I will just see what goes on, what happens next. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.